Joining us, early voting is underway for a proposed 1-cent sales tax in the city of Scott.
Last year, the legislature approved a bill that would allow the city to create the tax to fund city services. If passed, 2/3 of the money would go to police and fire, while the other third would fund parks and recreation, economic development, and infrastructure. Several viewers have reached out to us, though, with questions about this tax, and tonight Chris Welty is getting answers from the mayor.
Just the fact that they're back-to-back weekends.
Mayor Jan Scott Richard knows it will be a challenge for the 1-cent sales tax to pass. He says if it passes, the money will stay in Scott.
This allows us to really get onto the same page as everyone else around us. Doosan's above us, Carencro's above us, Youngsville's tax rate is above us.
With continued development in Scott generating tax revenue, several people asked us, why propose a tax increase?
And it's just an added revenue source.
Mayor Richard says the last time a tax increase happened was nearly 35 years ago. If this tax doesn't pass, he says Scott will continue to operate within its means.
We've been very fiscally responsible throughout the community. We're letting the people decide. If they don't want it, then they'll vote no against it. If they do want it, then they'll vote for it.
Viewers asked if the tax passes, would it pay for city employee salaries or raises? The mayor says no.
The city employee raise is 2%. It's in an ordinance. It's across the board every year, pending funds.
Viewers also question if the tax would help fund fire protection in the unincorporated areas of Scott.
That would be out of our legal responsibility. I don't think we'd be allowed to do that, but it would allow us to maintain the Class 3 rating that we've had for the last 15 years, which is vital to not only to our residents, but to the businesses in regards to insurance premiums.
In Scott, Chris Welty, KATC TV3.
And Scott will be holding one more town hall discussing that tax. That meeting will begin at 6 o'clock on March 27th at City Hall.
Well, the city of Scott isn't the only area with an election March 30th. Voters in Jeanerette will elect a new mayor, while voters in Pine Prairie, Jeff Davis Parish, as well as St. Mary Parish will vote on tax propositions. Early voting polls are open until 6 o'clock every day through Saturday, and you can find out what's on your ballot at KATC.com.
Parish by parish headline.